Kieran Thorpe.
Question to Cllr Morgan. I was hoping there would be some answers today. In today's paper, you assert that your group will reduce funding for events in Hatfield. During the election, where the people chose the Labour Party pledged to do more for Hatfield, to put on a range of events. This is what people voted for. During that election, your group said very little about anything. Some of you were elected. Now, with no election, no votes, and therefore no democracy, you are saying that you will do less for Hatfield. In this respect, of not following the democratically expressed wishes of Hatfield residents, your actions shame politics, shame your party, and shame Hatfield. No one voted for this. So my question is, on what basis do you believe you have a mandate, moral, technical, or actual, to decide that funding will be withdrawn for the things that the people of Hatfield actually voted for?
My question is aimed at Councillor Mike Alder, but before I put my question to him, I just want to give a bit of background information. About 10 years ago, the Hertfordshire Prosperity Local Economy Assessment gathered information from almost 100 wards within the county. It revealed that your ward, Hatfield Central, was the third most deprived area in the county, the second worst for crime, the second worst for health, and the fifth worst for employment in the county. We're not talking leafy Hanside Lane here, we are talking about a safe Labour Town Council seat. And it has been emphatically in the last two elections where out of the 9 candidates standing in each case, all 3 Labour were elected. These people did not vote for you personally, they voted for the party you represented, which is Labour. You have now transferred their vote without asking them. But, as reported, your reason for defecting is about your dislike for the new Labour councillor, Lenny Brandon. So please can you tell us what it was that made you switch sides so soon after being elected?
Sorry, that appears to be all the questions. I will now move to item 4 on the agenda, a motion by the Labour Group to consider a motion by the Labour Group that Cllr Alder resign from the council.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'd like to move the motion that in the light of recent events, this council requests that Cllr Alder resigns in order to trigger a by-election so that the people of Hatfield are given a real say in who runs their council.
Second of that motion. Sorry, the councillors may only speak once in the debate on a motion, but please refer to Standing Orders 7p for exceptions. Councillor speeches shall only relate to the motion under discussion and shall not exceed 3 minutes without my consent. Only one person is permitted to speak at the time at my direction. The leader and deputy leader of the Labour Group will be asked if they wish to reply to once all the councillors wish to speak to have spoken. A vote on the original or substantive motion will be taken. Voting on the motion will be by a show of hands. However, at the request of the councillor, the voting of any motion shall be recorded so as to show whether the councillor present and voting gave their vote for or against that question. Such a request shall be made before moving on to the next item of the agenda.
Thank you, and whilst I'm still, for the moment, the leader of the council, I think it's appalling that people have come along tonight and asked questions and we're not entitled to give an answer. I just need those parts of the standard.
Too right.
Looked at absolutely ridiculous. So I want to thank everyone who's come out tonight anyway. It shows the level of passion that people in Hatfield have for Hatfield, and I hope all councillors take note of that. One of the main aims for our Labour group was to wake up the Town Council, and I think this evening you can see we've already achieved that, and we've achieved it up till now. It's just sad to find that certain people are a little too fond of their sleep. Because our campaign was based on giving people opportunities to show the pride and passion we know already exists in our town. We made sure we started putting those things in place the moment we were elected, because we were elected. We were elected by the people of Hatfield to run Hatfield Town Council. Not everyone liked that. For instance, within 48 hours of the election result, the game playing started. I was extremely unhappy to hear that Councillor Morgan, for example, made attempts to dictate who would be the next mayor of Hatfield. It wasn't his call. It was very disappointing behaviour from an experienced councillor. That's why I called for no more political game playing at our AGM in May.
Object to this outburst from Kieran Thorpe and John. It's completely untrue. I didn't dictate who's the new mayor going to be.
It's entirely true.
Your call.
It was eventually...
You chose them. I could have put...
Feel free to come back, Howard, when it's your go.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
I've got 3 minutes and I will continue. That's why I called for no more political game playing at our AGM in May. Politics is murky enough without all that. I entered into politics to try and be different, because I believe it's about serving people, not trying to rule them. It's not about self-interest, it's about everyone's interest. It's about real democracy. Councillor Alder's defection flies in the face of democracy. Frankly, if he wants to join the Conservatives, so be it. But I think there is only one way to determine if he has the support of the people in central Hatfield, and that is a by-election. That's why we make this call for Councillor Alder to resign and re-stand. If he's re-elected, I wish you well. If he's not, people still want the change they originally voted for, not the sleepy town council we had for too long. Until a vote can take place, we will then have an unelected majority group running our council. All of our initiatives put at risk by a majority group without a mandate. That is wrong for the people of Hatfield. Unless that is addressed, it's not democracy, it's robbery. I urge everyone to support this motion.
You mind if I stand up, Chair? I'll back. Chair, councillors, members of the public, Jack Nelson, Central Ward. Me personally, I feel your pain, your sorrow and your anger about this particular issue, and it's saddened me because I've actually known Michael many, many years. He publicly stated, a fellow councillor, why he didn't want to go to the point to be a mayor was because he wasn't Labour and he didn't trust him. By his actions of this week, unfortunately, Michael, I have to say, you are not Labour, and by God, you can't be trusted.
Hey! Hey!
I want to get through this in 2 minutes, whatever. And by doing so, undermining Councillor Brandon's integrity and character. I've known Len a long time, long before he became a councillor. He's been doing a lot for Hatfield and the people of Hatfield and carrying that on, and yet everywhere he goes he gets brick walls put in front of him. So I would like all my fellow councillors to go with this motion, and as my learned colleague on my far left here, the Labour Party, John Fitzpatrick, has said, the best solution is to resign, and if the people voted for you rather than voted for the party, then you will have no problem winning a by-election. Thanks for listening.
Is there any other councillor who wants to make comments? No. Councillor Juggins?
I'm going to I've been asked to abstain from the motion that's been passed from John Fitzpatrick, but I'm not going to. I pledged that, you know, I'm in full support that people go out and vote. What is the point of going out to vote if you don't stand by your morals? And that's where I sit on the fence. It may upset my colleagues, but I'm really sorry, but that's my morals too.
Well done, Karen.
Cllr Juggins, who asked you to abstain? I didn't. No, thank you. As far as
well, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Cllr Thorpe is concerned. Sorry? Hear me. I'll speak up. As far as Councillor Thorpe is concerned, he's completely wrong. I said no such thing to the local paper. I've said publicly to our group, and I would have said, and I will say it tonight, that I look forward to working with the opposition for the next term of this council, and any contribution they wish to make, then it would be very welcome. I have not cancelled anything. I have not said I'm going to cancel anything. And as far as them saying that Councillor Alder has cancelled the musical festival, and that's Councillor Alder, he's not even on the committee. How could he cancel it? Only you could have cancelled it. You're still leading this council up to tonight. So how can he cancel your fun night all afternoon at Birchwood? You can't do that. Only you can do that. So tell the truth.
I think we know who we believe.
Sorry?
I think we know who we believe.
Well, fine.